Hey, it's Chuck. If you only watch one series I ever make it this one. Because parenting doesn't usually fall apart in the big moments, it falls apart in the everyday ones. When emotions spike and everyone's nervous system goes offline at the same time. This series is about practical parenting, tools that work in the moment, not advice you remember once it's already gone sideways. Let's dive into it. Here's what most parents do when a kid starts to lose it. We hesitate. We explain, we ask questions, and that makes sense to a degree. But in that moment, the child isn't capable of making the wisest decisions or even necessarily understanding their emotional state yet. So instead of waiting for the insight, the adult needs to step in with structure. Not louder, not harsher, just steadier and more routine. And the part that actually makes this work is to remember that stepping in isn't just a sentence. It's a short sequence that you run every time. Think of it as borrowing a little regulation first and then teaching later. So here's the sequence. Step one, stop the situation. Say something like, we're both going to take a pause for a minute. Let them know that you're in it with them. That way they don't feel like the spotlight is on them. Step two, move you and them off stage and away from the audience. Less eyes, less pressure, less fuel. All of that equals more relational motivation to make change in behavior. Step three, reduce the stimulation. Lower your voice, slow your body, use fewer words. Kind of like smoking the perfect brisket. Low, slow, and boring. This is where those regulation skills come in. Not as a lesson, but as support. You might ground through the senses without making it a whole thing. Do you remember back quite a few episodes ago, we did 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. Go ahead and do this with your kid. It'll help them start to ground themselves and make it so that you can do a lot more in the steps that come next. Step 4, delay the conversation. Just say something like, we're going to talk about this later. Right now, we're just going to slow things down and just be right here with each other. Optional step 5, co-regulate briefly with them and then give them space if needed. You can sit nearby, you can stay calm with them, you can step back. Once things settle, then you can talk about things. And this matters for all kids, but it matters especially for kids on the spectrum and kids with executive functioning challenges. Predictability plus sensory grounding lowers anxiety fast. When the pattern stays the same, their nervous system learns what's coming next, and even when emotions are high. And now, will you do this perfectly every time? No, you absolutely won't. Sometimes you'll stop the situation and then accidentally restart the argument halfway down the hall. That's okay. That's, knowing that you have to catch it sooner next time and then getting back to the sequence. But here's the practical takeaway from all of this. You don't need better words. You need a repeatable pattern. Next episode, we're going to be talking about why staying connected sometimes means pausing the conversation entirely and how disengaging in the moment can actually prevent bigger blowups later. I'm Chuck, the bald therapist. Work on you. Take no bullshit, not even from your kids. And remember that you matter. Have a gentle rest of your day.